Call of Duty on YouTube has been a wild ride that I've had the pleasure of enjoying for a long time. I've been doing this for a long time, and a lot of you have been with me from the very beginning. Well, today is a fun one. I want to take a long trip down memory lane. Today's video is going to be dedicated to who I think are the 20 best Call of Duty YouTubers of all time. Now, I need you to keep in mind, some of these guys have left YouTube for other things. Some of them are still on the grind, but they don't play COD anymore, and that's okay. These are the 20 YouTubers who I think produce the best COD content around, regardless of what they're up to now. Some of them are still going strong after all this time, like me, I'm not on the list, but a lot of them, they went on to other stuff. So you let me know in the comments who you think the best COD YouTuber is ever. Drop a like on the video, and hopefully you guys enjoy this. I mean, I have a relationship and some stories with a lot of these guys. At number 20 today, XJaws, one of the original pub stomping YouTube channels, and while he's been retired for a long time, Sam was pretty amazing back in the day. He had an amazing backlog of videos from the golden age of COD. If you were looking for a channel where you would watch someone go absolutely insane on games like Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 3, all while giving you the tips for understanding the game better, he was the go-to place. He left YouTube a long time ago. I'm not entirely sure what he's up to now, but whatever it is, I wish him the best because he definitely raised the bar for people's gameplays back in the early days of COD on YouTube. At number 19, Espresso. If you're someone who likes videos breaking down Easter eggs, camo challenges, hidden details in COD games, updates, this dude is your man. His content, to me, is polished. It's thought out, it's informative, and he's had a pretty big influence on the way that I actually used to structure some of my long-form topic-driven COD videos as well. His channel is jam-packed with some of the most genuinely interesting Call of Duty videos on the site. And he's only getting better with time, and he's one of the most consistent guys out there. At number 18, Gold Glove TV. Gold Glove was one of the original COD commentators on YouTube. It's kind of crazy to think about the fact that this kind of content wasn't always a thing. This guy was known for putting up some insane gameplays while also giving some pretty interesting commentaries with it. He later pivoted into other games like many of us did once COD started losing for us, but I'll never forget coming up on YouTube alongside people like Gold Glove. May sound weird to say, but he really was a pioneer of the genre. At number 17, the relaxing end. Sometimes all you want is straightforward gameplay that's fun to watch and checks all the right boxes. The Relaxing In is one of the goats of no commentary gameplay, and while he eventually pivoted to unboxing videos, which he is the best at, I remember watching his zombies walkthroughs and crazy infected gameplays for hours. He knew how to make the gameplay super entertaining without ever having to plug in a microphone, ever say a word. That's not easy to do. At number 16, Anage. Now, Anage may have turned into a bit of a meme after transitioning to Fortnite, but those of you who have been around for a long time, you know where he got his start. He got his start in the world of Call of Duty. He was easily one of the most viewed COD channels in the world for a long time. He was putting up great gameplays, breaking down new updates, showcasing new content. He was also just a super down-to-earth guy that you could listen to for hours. Now, his style changed quite a bit after he moved to Fortnite, and that's okay. I'm not talking crap about it. You adjust, you adapt, you move on. And a lot of COD YouTubers simply never would have gotten their start if he hadn't paved the way. The guy was a pioneer for gaming commentaries on YouTube. This guy was one of the first YouTubers to give me an actual legit shout, as in he shouted me out back in the Black Ops 1 days. I got over 10,000 subscribers in less than 24 hours. So I owe a piece of my history to Anage. At number 15, Jericho. Successfully pivoted to Counter-Strike a while ago, but how many of you remember his Rebecca Black Friday parody? How many of you remember his trailer breakdowns and his impression videos? Jericho was a fantastic player who always kept it real with the community, had some really solid criticisms. I mean, of the way COD was being designed, it was not really surprising that he pivoted to Counter-Strike, given how much he cares about competitive integrity of multiplayer shooters. And, I mean, this guy was also one of the funniest. He really was. I mean, he was part of, I don't remember, what was it called? I don't remember. Those guys, TMartin, Gold Glove, Jericho, where they used to grind the COD when it came out. I can't remember what it's called now. I actually saw him at TMartin's wedding about a year ago, and he's doing great. He's now in the music business, and he's thriving. At number 14, and this one is very, very special to me, and a lot of you may not even know who this is. Anage in his top 10s. A lot of people seem to think that I invented COD top 10s. I've heard it a lot. That's not true at all. I have been doing it for probably the longest time successfully and consecutively on YouTube for sure. The COD History series is definitely an established one, but my predecessor was Anage. This dude was putting together some of the most entertaining top 10s in COD history before I even thought about it. He was doing it before there was even a blueprint for it. Top 10 multi-kills, top 10 fails, top 10 unusual kills. We literally would not have COD top 10 videos on YouTube if he wasn't paving the way for everyone else to run with the idea in the future, myself included. So when it comes to COD history and top 10 inspiration, I directly pulled from Anage. At number 13, Hutch. Hutch has fully moved away from gaming videos recently, but back when he was part of the COD scene, he was one of the main channels to watch. Gameplay was fantastic. Commentaries were interesting. He had solid perspectives on the state of the game, and even though a lot of people in the community have turned against him in the last few years because he kind of went political, you can't forget the impact he had on the COD YouTube scene. Great memories. I mean, him and Canders and Sark and Machinima, I always tell the story. I was watching a Hutch commentary to get some tips and tricks for my Modern Warfare 2 Game Battles real life team, which was our clan Chaos. And then I saw him doing it and I said, I can do this. And I went and bought a $10 Logitech mic and a Dazzle capture card, and the rest is history. So once again, I owe a piece of my history to Hutch. I mean, I wish him the best in his new approach. I mean, to me, Hutch will always be one of the COD YouTube GOATs. Guys, if you want to have more nostalgic list videos, if you guys enjoy stuff like this, in the comment section, you let me know some other ideas we could do, and I can revisit and go nostalgic all day long if you guys actually enjoy these type of list videos, because I love going back in the past here. At number 12, Opticex. Hector is the CEO of Optic Gaming. If you were watching competitive COD back in the day, you were absolutely subscribed to him. He was more or less the face of the Optic organization, and he was a great player in his own right. Gameplays were solid, but what really drew people to his channel was his documentation of Optic as an organization, mainly by vlogging all the crazy stuff that went on in the team house and the events. Still going strong to this day. I mean, the guy's an entrepreneur on another level, and he's always been down to earth whenever I've talked to him. I actually got to know him pretty well back in the Team Caliber days when Team Caliber was going up against Optic in the MLG circuit. At number 11, TMartin. Another commentator who's since moved away from Call of Duty. TMartin is a personal friend of mine. I would actually consider him one of my best internet friends. That's people you hardly ever get to see in real life, but whenever we do see each other, it's like we just picked right up. I mean, he constantly pushed me to improve my content back in the early years. You may not know this about him because he's been out of the COD scene for a while. There was a time when TMartin's channel was the go-to place for strategy videos. TMartin tips and tricks, map breakdown, secret spots, class setups, so much. He moved away from COD a few years ago after the franchise lost his interest, but he successfully pivoted to his Let's Play channel, which is a monster. TMartin 2 been going on for years, which is fantastic for him because he now gets to play whatever he actually wants and he gets to enjoy. He doesn't have to worry about forcing himself to play something he's not interested in. And I was lucky enough to attend his wedding about a year ago, and I safely can say that he's doing great. Super, super good friend of mine. We still to this day text and talk a couple times at least every month, and he's always been one of the most positive influences in my life. At number 10, Canders. Canders, to me, had some of the best live comms on YouTube in the early days of COD, but he also made a name for himself as being one of the funniest places to go for those good old-fashioned funny moment videos, if you guys remember those. You remember when YouTube was a simpler place where if somebody uploaded a gaming video and it had funny moments in the title, you knew it was going to be good? Those were the days. And during those days, Canders was one of the best channels to watch when you just wanted to unwind, have a nice laugh, and watch some solid gameplay of a game you loved. At number 9, Minnesota Burns. Burnsy was one of the first people to really popularize COD trolling videos and messing with people on Xbox Live, and I still remember laughing until it hurt at least twice a week to his videos, and I got to be in a lot of those videos too. Burns was a major name in the world of community channels. He helped a ton of other creators get recognized by giving them a platform through the Trollarch Office channel. If you remember Trollarch Office, we can be friends. He's long retired from YouTube. He's off doing his own thing, and I really don't know what he's doing. I haven't spoken to him in years, and it kind of makes me sad. I wish him the absolute best. He absolutely earned his place in COD YouTube history. He put trolling on the map. He was trolling when it came to Call of Duty. At number 8, Kostef. Now, Minnesota Burns may have paved the way for trolling on COD. Kostef was the face of the subgenre for a long time, and to me, people, he's still the funniest COD YouTuber of all time, and he's still at it. This dude had such an incredible talent for making people unbelievably angry, and he's one of the best trash talkers I've ever heard. And guess what? You can go to his channel right now and get that content. Now, he's taken down a lot of his older COD trolling videos, but he's now producing new stuff that fits with the day. If you want a good laugh, go sub to him. He's been making people lose their minds in lobby voice chat for over 10 years, and he's personally connected to me because he was with me when I founded Team Caliber, and then he actually bought Team Caliber from me and took it to another level. So I love Costa. At number 7, probably the nicest guy in the Call of Duty community, Prestige is Key. Prestige is one of the best COD channels on YouTube when it comes to information, updates, raw opinions on the state of the game. He would cover every single piece of news about the franchise and all the new DLC maps and guns being added, but he also had a reputation for being completely unfiltered with his community. If there was something about the game that he was frustrated with, he wasn't going to hold back regardless of how big his sub count was or how closely he was being watched by Activision. He was a fantastic spokesperson for the community with some of the most entertaining COD news content on the platform. Absolutely a GOAT. At number 6, White Boy 7th Street. I mean, an absolute legend of the COD community. He went from making live comms to pub stomping videos to comedy videos to trolling to live action sketches to plays of the week to rap battles. He did it all. And I'll never forget the people, what was it? Pets and animals bumping scandal on YouTube. He did it all. He stayed relevant for a long time because he was constantly evolving his content, staying ahead of the trends, and he still actually uploads to this day from time to time. So it's nice to see that he's still having fun with his content. If you want a true blast from the past, go to his channel, sort by most popular, and then go dive in. It was some of the best content around back in the day, and it honestly holds up really well today, and I think he still holds a record for the fastest nuke in Modern Warfare 2. At number 5, Jev. Just an absolutely amazing run on YouTube. Most of you probably got to know him through COD, but he's done a great job at branching out to other games when COD loses his interest, and he's established a fantastic fan base that follows him wherever he wants to go. But when he is playing COD, you're in for some of the best and most entertaining content out there. I mean, the Rage montage to his genuinely great gameplay, he always gives his full, unfiltered thoughts on the state of the game. He proved to the community with some of the most iconic memes as well. At number 4, my boy Brad, Drifter. Now, Drifter wasn't the first channel to do super deep COD analysis video. He was definitely the first channel to put a ton of effort into them to really make COD stat breakdowns into this true subgenre on YouTube. His in-depth series was the blueprint for basically every COD analysis channel to come after him. And he never backed away from the unfiltered thoughts. When he wasn't breaking down new weapons and patch notes, he was doing really well thought out commentaries on aspects of the game that you didn't even think about. And, I mean, he was a great representative for the community. At number 3, Sandy Ravage. Absolute legend in the COD YouTube scene. Sandy Ravage was such a hit that he got a whole gun named after himself in Infinite Warfare. Sandy was one of the first people to post videos of pure, unfiltered domination in COD multiplayer, and his weapon of choice back in the Modern Warfare 2 days was the Spaz 12 shotgun. He was dropping the fastest and most impressive nuke gameplays we had ever seen, and every single time you thought he was outdoing himself, he would beat his own record for the following week. Infinity Ward recognized his game so hard that they remade the Spaz 12 shotgun for Infinite Warfare. They renamed it the Ravage. He was an amazing pub stomper, so much that his YouTube channel was literally immortalized in the game itself. At number 2, Pomage. Now, when it comes to pub stompers, I don't think anybody has really been as consistent as Pomage. This dude has been in the game for over a decade and a half. Never seems to lose his touch. Doesn't matter what COD game it is or what sniper rifle you put in his hand, he's going to drop some of the most insane gameplay you've ever seen. But obviously, you guys know him for being arguably the best COD sniper of all time. I said arguably. I know that's probably a sensitive subject, but he was one of the people who really popularized quickscope gameplays on YouTube. If you uploaded a video with a sniper rifle in the thumbnail, it was going to be insane. His montages, his raw gameplays are some of the best ever in that corner of the internet, and he's still putting up some of the best Black Ops 6 and Warzone gameplays around. Now, number 1 today, Nadeshot. When it comes to career success in the world of COD on YouTube, I think it's undeniable that Nadeshot's one of the GOATs. This dude has been a COD content creator, a pro player, captain of Optic during their prime, founded 100 Thieves. Dude is an absolute legend and a super down-to-earth guy on top of all that. So as far as I'm concerned, I would say Nadeshot is one of the greatest COD YouTubers of all time because he truly did cover all the bases. He's an entertaining content creator right now going through the CSGO case trend, and he's a fantastic player, and he's just a good guy. He's definitely one of the most successful businessmen in esports as well. So there you go. If you guys enjoyed, I need to give an honorable mention. I completely forgot about Zergriz. Man, Zergriz and his montages during like the Modern Warfare 2 era, he should have been on this list. Well, it gets an honorable mention. If you guys enjoyed this and you want more COD nostalgia videos, let me know. I'll see you soon.